I occasionally question whether the poker face casting staff is a bit too talented. For example, I think Sherry Cola is great, but I'm not sure why the show needed a comedian with her level of talent to speak, perhaps, 5 or 6 lines in this season's Last Looks. Additionally, as a minor league baseball radio host with a canned cheese addiction, Ego Ngwodim is essentially inebriated in this week's Hometown Hero. Gil Birmingham's portrayal of Skip Dooley, the team's manager, similarly hardly makes an impression. The supporting actors on this show are far too skilled far too frequently. This is essentially the only issue I have with this episode, which is otherwise deftly written by, so I bring it up at the beginning of this recap. Tony Tost was superbly cast, expertly directed by the legendary indie thriller John Dahl. The actor portraying this week's murderer, Rocket, Russ Waddell, a former fireballing pitcher attempting to salvage what remains of his career with his rinky-dink hometown club, is the main subject of my discussion. I spent a large portion of the show wondering where I had seen this guy before and why he was so flawless in this role because I missed the guest star's name in the opening credits. Most well-liked. Scarlett Johansson, the 7-time presenter of Saturday Night Live, may have been too friendly. The Last of Us finally pays tribute to Joel Miller. There goes Foo Fighters' new drummer. I identified the guy as Simon Rex since he played the fast-talking, immoral, but endearing sleazebag in Red Rocket, which is one of my favorite 2021 films, and the film that writer-director Sean Baker created just before his Oscar-winning Anora. Rex's relaxed, funky attitude makes everything he says and does feel natural, which makes him an excellent option for this poker face part. The fact that he looks and acts a lot like an actual MLB middle reliever who eats up innings is probably one of the reasons I didn't clock him right away. To be honest, he made me think of Charlie Morton. In what may be his last mound, Rex's Rocket Waddell, a nod to Rube Waddell, finds himself performances for the Montgomery Cheesemongers, who play in Velvety Canned Cheese Park, a stadium constructed by Velvety Canned Cheese substitute spread inventor Hiram Lubinsky decades ago. The amazing Carol Kane, who does leave an impression, plays Hiram's granddaughter Lucille, who oversees the entire business. Lucille has no say in whether Rocket is allowed to continue throwing because this is a small league game. Relevant content. In an excessively eccentric poker face, Charlie finds himself in a true Florida man scenario. There are 3, mainly, fantastic episodes of Poker Face's return. The murderous scheme unfolds naturally. Rocket discovers his days in Montgomery are coming to an end after he is shelled once more by a fastball that reaches a top speed of about 80 miles per hour.